We are officially live.
All right, awesome.
All right. So if you go,
I apologize.
If you go to my Snapchat, there's a link on my Snapchat story that should take you to my page, and I'm gonna go ahead and share this right now. So you share on Snap.
This is cool though. Where's it from?
All right.
I drank all my prime.
All right. We have one person watching.
Sick.
All right. This Kurt Thoughts podcast. We've got
Just scooch over.
the band Beez Neez. No, you're fine. This is about you anyway. All right. So what are we doing? Like, what are we talking about here?
Aren't you the interviewer?
Go ahead and introduce yourself. But we are live on TikTok, so no last names, no ages, and no personal information. Who we got over here?
No names?
What? Last names.
No. Oh, okay. Drake.
This is our roadie.
Yep.
I'm Braden Nolte, and I'm the guitar player and lead singer.
I don't think this guy knows how to listen. My name's Bricks, and I play the drums. Media manager also.
Right on. All right. So, how long have you guys been a band?
I've been a band for a year, a little more than a year. It started last January, and we've just been going since then, pretty much.
So, how did you? Okay, so you're lead singer and guitar player.
Yeah.
Are you the one that put this together? Who put this together?
Yeah, technically, I put this together. He wanted, I was playing guitar for about 2 years before I asked him if he wanted to drum and stuff. He hadn't learned yet, but now he has, and...
We had played, before I ever learned, we had played one time with each other in my basement, and that's where it still is right now. And then, I'm like, oh, I should learn the drums and do this because it seems fun.
Yeah,
so you were playing guitar before he was even playing drums?
Yeah, 2 years. 2 years.
Right on. So you're playing drums less than 2 years and you're in a band?
About, yeah. It's like a year and a half now, maybe.
Right on, right on.
And you took your brother's drum set.
I did. Fun fact, yes. My very first drum set was actually my little brother's that he got for Christmas. And he was not happy about that. And it wasn't even a full drum kit. Didn't have enough for like all the cymbals and stuff, but I added to it, and now I have my own drum kit now. About with my own money.
Right on. Did you give it back? Did you give the drum set back?
Yeah, but I've since taken stuff from it because I've taken pieces of it.
Inside it.
Yeah, because the drum kit that I bought had only one floor tom, and I wanted to have another one, and so recently I've taken that from him.
Well, he doesn't even play anyway.
He doesn't,
So it doesn't
no,
it's
yeah.
like it doesn't even matter. Anyway,
It's just sitting in our garage.
It's spare parts in a junkyard waiting for you to piece it. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's start. Okay, we learned how you drums and whatnot.
Yes.
Where does your guitar situation come from?
I got a really crappy guitar from somebody who passed away. They never even played it. It was just like one of those like things where it was like a house decoration, and it was like a really bad guitar. It was a beautiful guitar. It was an Ibanez, and but the neck was like super freaking bent, and it was like really bad. It like was distorted on its own, even on a clean setting. It was a very crappy guitar. I got rid of it. And then for Christmas one day, I got a red Fender customized Squire. And I kind of told my mom how I wanted it customized and stuff like that. And so I got it via that and recently customized it more. But then
Put stickers on it.
Yeah, stickers on it, but to kind of give it that flair. So I recently got the Ibanez back via like many different transactions, and when I mean transactions, I mean giving away another crappy guitar for the Ibanez and stuff, and it plays good. It plays good. So I got my beautiful Squire and my Ibanez now, and perfectly fine with that. So yeah.
So where did you learn? Like, where does your guitar background then?
I learned from my grandfather. I learned the D chord in A minor from him, and he was like, "Well, that'd be enough for today." And every time I tried to go back there to learn, he'd be like, and like we'd always like he'd always like because he was like a blues typey like player, so he'd like do something and he'd be like, "All right, now you do that," and I'm just like, after a while, I quit and I was like, I'm not doing this.
You didn't learn from osmosis.
No, because like I learned 2 chords and I was like, this is like then it go like this is a hard instrument. And then one day I was watching a punk band called Fugazi, and their noise really captivated me, where I was like, okay, well maybe this isn't hard as it seems. So I learned on my own via like YouTube, and I like started learning songs via like YouTube and stuff like that. And then I would like pretty much pick up a chord and go like, okay, so that's an E. I'll keep that in mind. And then like I got to where I knew chords and I knew like what each note was. And I finally just kind of like put together, and I'm like, okay, if I can just read sheet music now, and when I mean sheet music, I mean like lyrics and chords, I can easily pick up. And like I pretty much learned not just guitar but music theory from there, like what chords go with what sounds good and stuff like that, just by ear. So
Right on. Hang on 1 second.
Drake's our cowbell player, actually during our band practices. So yeah,
I smacked that.
we have 2 cowbells. We have a bigger one that produces more sound, a smaller one that produces less sound. They sound different also, but
Oh, I also played the maracas.
he's played the
I played the
maracas
maracas
too, and other
in practice.
sleigh bells also. He's our
Thank you for the likes. We appreciate that. Cowbell and maracas.
Yes.
Right on. Hey, right on. All right. So real quick before we jump to him, so what like in learning music and guitar and whatnot, and then before obviously you grab him and force him into a life of drums. Where do you get the idea that I'm gonna be in a band, or I want this? This is what we're doing. I mean, because you're young. You're going through high school. Every kid who knows music in high school is like, I want to be in a band. But none of us went through with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So how do you...
I think I always make the joke, because I feel like I get asked this like a couple times, like, why did you want to be in a band? And the joking answer is always, well, I rather talk to myself. I rather talk to an audience than a therapist, you know, because therapy is like annoying or whatever. But like that's just the joke answer. I couldn't really tell you. I just was like, you know, I don't see why I can't be creative. I don't see why I can't yell into a mic or play the guitar. So I kind of just tell myself, I'm just like, I'm gonna do it. I like, there's no exact answer.
So it was a therapeutic idea that just became itself.
Yeah.
Right on. So when you meet this guy.
We've been friends since first grade, actually.
Okay, so you've been friends. Okay, so you have this guy in your life, and was he just like, yeah, go for it, and then you were like, well, you're coming with me, man?
Well,
or how does that duo happen?
What happened was first grade, going to school together. We were friends. I just moved to Indianola, and I was like, oh, have no friends. Kind of want some. Found this guy. He was playing Batman by himself on the playground. So I go up to him like, hey, you want to play Batman together? And he was like, yes. Funny story, side story. We were playing Batman. He was the Joker, and I'm pretty sure I was Robin. And he was like poking me and stuff. And the teacher's like, hey, stop touching him. And I'm like, I don't care. He's like, too bad. But so yeah, we were in the same first grade class. We were in the same second grade class, I think. Then he moved schools. So I didn't see him until middle school, and we weren't exactly friends then. Again, we weren't really as close as we are now until maybe freshman year, so like 2 years ago. And that's kind of when, that's about where we started, like, to have the idea. Because I know he'd always want to be in a band, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Let's try it out, and it's just evolved from there since the end of sophomore year.
Right on. Okay, so we fast forward. Here we are. You guys had originally started off with a fourth person.
Third person. He's just our roadie. He doesn't play any live music.
Well, I just
Here.
being at the concerts, he's just as much a part of the band
That's true.
as everybody else is.
That's true.
I have to carry everything.
Yeah.
Security.
Oh, yeah.
As far as crowd play goes, I know you've jumped in on some of that as well. I mean, if they're there, he's there. I would count him just as much as the
Pretty much.
band. So, and then the maracas, the cowbell. It's only one time I've seen you do the cowbell, but I was there for it. But so, where do you come in at? Like, when did you pop in? Have you just always been there?
I was not always there.
No, our first few band practices, we started, it was during, I think, it was either winter break or it was a snow day, and I invited him over, I'm like, let's play music together, and then, so we're like, okay, now we're gonna form a band from this, and it was originally in my basement's weight room, and so, as that's where my brother's drum kit was also. And then it was just us two, and my sister was taking pictures. And then eventually, like, let's invite Drake. And Drake came, and he would watch us, and sometimes he takes pictures and videos, and so that we post on our Instagram. And then he's always helped us move stuff around. Now he just kind of hangs out and he hits the cowbell for us. So, yeah, he wasn't always originally there, but excuse me, he's been there pretty much since the beginning.
So you showed up and just never left.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
And then I'm friends with them already.
Yeah.
Right.
This is
he's
a part
already
of
our
what they
friend.
do.
Yeah.
So I might as well join them.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if one person's getting busted, the whole friends group's getting busted. That's how we went down when I was a kid. So that's how things were for us. Mostly because we grew up in a small town and they knew, well, if Kurt was there, then we know exactly who was there. So that's understandable. So I guess we'll leave him unnamed, but there was originally a fourth guy.
Yes, our bass player.
How did he join the group? Like, how did he come into the band?
Well, it was it was in the green room dressing rooms of our auditorium at high school, and I said, "Hey, you want to play bass?" And he was like, "Yeah."
And he's always wanted to play bass. Like he said that was like going to be his main instrument.
Right on.
And he still does, but he still plays to this day. But yeah.
So, how far into, because you're about 2.5 years into the band now, or 2 years into the band.
A year.
Oh, sorry, that's right. Your friendship's about 2.5 years in.
Yeah, close
since,
friendship.
since middle school, or okay. So was he like Drake here? Was he always a part of the friends group too?
Oh yeah, he was always. I met
Still is.
Drake. Yeah.
He's still
Sorry,
is.
yeah,
We're
I
still
didn't-
friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just but
No, it was the 4th grade. I met Drake. It was kind of like a situation with him. I saw him playing, and I was new to the school.
okay.
So hold on. Fun fact. I'm gonna tell this, even though I wasn't there. He followed Drake around
He did.
at the playground and another guy that we used to be friends with. And whenever they'd look back, he's like, what?
And I thought he was like a grade or two above me. Because he was like, I always say that he was like this size. He was like this big in 5th grade. But for some reason, I mean like 4th grade. But for some reason, I thought he was. I just thought he was like older than me by a lot.
hey, some kids are just bigger than other kids. Some kids are small, man. That's right on. Okay, so you were already friends with the other kid, and then
No,
Brayden-
different guy.
Different guy.
different guy.
We only became friends with the bass player.
I
They-
was.
So we knew him in 8th grade. Drake didn't know him in 8th grade, but we knew him through theater,
Okay.
and then that just kind of evolved.
Right on.
The friendship with us two and
Okay.
the bass player.
So, how far into being a band was his exit?
It was after our first show. I know that.
It wasn't like a thing. Like it was like. It was a perfectionist thing. I could take some blame for why he left the band, because like and like he's good now, and honestly I wouldn't mind if he would want to come back to the band, But like it was mostly a thing like he was just getting started, and I guess I just was a perfectionist, and I was like after our first show, which was like
It was like
maybe 5 months into being a
something like that. Around that time, it was like 3 to 5 months.
Yeah, 3 months. I can probably say 3 months, but
It was
I
still
was
spring.
from like a lot of my my inspirations and stuff, and like what I want to do in art, I need perfection, and like I'm not like full on like a perfectionist where I'm like, well, like it's either my way or the highway, but it almost kind of seems like it sometimes, and I guess like I just like had to take a cue and go, well, if I'm not gonna half-ass my life, I'm not gonna half-ass my career being in, you know, like
So
being a musician.
he just wasn't taking it as serious as you wanted him to at the time.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
I just like I wanted him to be better before I could
Sure.
have him in the band.
And then like even now, like you said, it was he's still a part of a friends group.
Oh yeah. No, he's a good kid. Good kid.
Okay.
Good kid.
All right. I'm gonna grab this real quick. Just real quick to anybody who wasn't in here before. This is Beez Neez. They're obviously a newer group, young band. Tell them a funny story or something about the band while I get this figured out real quick.
Let's see. So this one time, right? This was like our second or third show. I don't remember. It was summer of last year, 2024, during our summer break. We were having a show, and we were like, hey, we're gonna a little intermission, right? It's a little hot. We're just gonna take a little break. And he comes out, right? No shirt on, and he has red acrylic paint that we had used to paint our banner that says our band name on it. He had it painted on his chest as a smiley face, so it was around his neck and on his stomach. So it was just a smiley face. That was really funny. And then it was my brother was there. It was at my house. My brother was there watching. I kicked the cymbal stand over that I was using for my ride cymbal, and I just heard from the crowd be like, "That's my drums, bro!" And I'm like, "That sucks, man." But like I said, we don't really use that drum set anymore. Although again, I do steal pieces from it, and I still plan to. Because
You keep doing it.
I will. It's like I want part of it.
There you
Oh,
go.
thank you.
Should be good on here.
Thank you. So yeah, that was a fun time. That show was pretty fun. I know we enjoyed that show. He was there. Kurt was there.
My favorite show was Homecoming. My favorite show will
Yes.
always be
When
Homecoming.
everyone ran it.
Yes.
That was so cool.
You played at Homecoming.
Yes, we
Yes.
played at Homecoming.
Was it first question? Was it sanctioned? Did the school say, "Yeah, you guys could play," or were you just like,
I mean, it
"Ah,
wasn't the school.
we're setting this up, we're going for it"?
It wasn't the school. It was just one teacher. So I mean, technically, yeah, it was the school. But
Okay.
Mr. Whitaker came up to us. He's best known as the oral comm teacher.
Look like that.
He had asked Braden, he's like, "You guys want to play?" This was like day of. Homecoming was like what, Friday, right?
Yeah.
No, it was Saturday. But
Okay,
it was
so it was
like
day
literally
before
the day
then.
before.
Day before. He's like, "You want to play at Homecoming?" Because he was DJing along with another teacher, and he was like, "Yes." So he asked me, I'm like, "Always, I want to
Obviously,
play."
in a situation like that, I don't know. I don't even play in a band. If someone's like, "Hey, you want to play at Homecoming?" Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna make a scene.
But so we had to get there way early because the dance started at like what, 8 maybe?
Oh yeah, or around there.
7 or 8 is when the dance started, so we had to be there at we were there at 4 maybe.
4 a.m. No, 4
4
p.m.
p.m. We were there to set up because we had all of our equipment. We had guitars, we had amps, we had drum sets, we had speakers, everything.
Groupies, everything. Yeah.
We did not have groupies.
I
Actually, no,
didn't-
we
I
did.
didn't help set up.
No,
I didn't help set up.
You didn't show up. You couldn't be there.
there wasn't enough room in the cars.
Yeah, and
What?
weirdly enough, someone like kidnapped me. One of my brother's girlfriend's sister. sister and her mom like took me out of my house and made me take photos with them, and I wasn't wearing shoes or socks.
So loosely phrased, you may have been taken against your will.
Yeah, I was told, "Hey, come outside," and they took me in a car.
Well,
Yeah. So yeah,
Right.
we packed everything up that we got there, and we set up everything, and it was at the middle school because the high school is under construction right now. And at the middle school, there's these big, not like curtains, but almost like that can divide the gym up.
It's huge.
And it's huge. So we had this curtain down, and all of our stuff was back there, and they had like sectioned it off with bleachers and stuff. And finally, the homecoming court was coming in. The crowd was parted around like on the sides of the gym. We were back there waiting. Curtain comes up, right? And the first few, like maybe 5 seconds, everyone's just like standing there, like, what do we do? And then they start running at us, and it was crazy, man. Like, there's videos of it on our Instagram and stuff. But it was crazy. People just ran at us.
so if they wanted, okay, real quick, they want to find you on Instagram. What are they?
Beez Neez official at Beez Neez official. It's also, yeah, it's tagged in my Instagram bio.
Okay, right on. What was so? What did I miss? What was I there for?
Oh, our show at my house
Oh,
in July.
okay, that was pretty dope. That was a pretty good one. Right on. So that's your favorite is Homecoming?
Yeah, homecoming definitely set some things up. Like I feel like it set up good opportunities
Right
and
on.
stuff. It was a good step forward.
Yeah, we got our name out there to a lot of our classmates, and then afterwards, right? We had to pack everything up. At the end, we had to stay till the end of like the complete end, which was at like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So we pack everything up in my car. We go to McDonald's to get a bite to eat, and these girls were coming out, and they were like, "Oh my God, you guys are the band that played, right?"
Getting some attention.
Yes, and we're like, yes. I'm like, can we get your picture? And we're like, yes. So there's a picture out there floating around.
And they were all over us, and I was like, ladies, and I had to fight them off
You
with a
said one
stick
at a
and
time?
everything. Yeah, fight them off with a stick. I was like doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm like, which one am I choosing?
It's crazy. That's ridiculous. Never had that opportunity. Don't know what that's like. I'm trying to find out what that's like.
Are you married, Kurt?
So, aren't you minors? Hey. All right. So, from your point of view, right? Okay. So,
Oh, he was in the crowd also, so he got.
Oh,
that
I ran
experience.
towards them.
did you start that? Were you?
I don't think I was. I had a row of people in front of me, so if I started running, I didn't know what to do either. I did not. I knew they were behind there because I went backstage and talked to them and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if we were. I didn't want to start the run because I had this fear that if I started running, because there's like 5 seconds before everyone started running, I had the fear if I pushed the people out of the way and started running, no one would follow.
So he just was
That would be
saying,
the
like,
most embarrassing thing ever.
You just run up there and.
So I waited for someone else to make the first move. But while they were playing, someone asked me, "What is this song?" And I'm like, "It's their song."
Right
Oh.
on.
That song was Generosity. It's on Spotify and Apple Music.
Right on. Right on. Yeah. So, and you guys write all your own stuff.
Oh yeah.
He writes most things. I've only
Right.
written one song. We haven't really made anything of it.
And all the music though is also your own.
Yeah.
Right on.
We have played covers at all of our shows except for Homecoming now.
Yeah. I pretty much write almost everything, and he can write his own drum stuff, but like the original stuff, and
Yeah.
I feel like even sometimes now, which there's nothing wrong with it, I do contribute to drums and stuff like that, but he does a great job.
He'll come up with the idea of it, like do something like this, and I'm like, okay, let's do something like that. Like, and I've gone back like during our practices, I'll go back and I'll change something, just like you're like, oh, let's try this because I think it sounds better.
Okay. Right on. Is there right now? Obviously, bands can go years without getting any traction whatsoever. But you're still young, so it's not like you're 45 trying to start a band, right? You maybe die before you get anywhere. And then also we have the world of technology and internet where a lot of people are gonna know your name.
Yeah.
If there's one thing,
No one asks questions.
if there's one thing right now like that within a realistic means, right, within a realistic boundary here, if there's one thing that like you guys could get the opportunity to do that would, you think, propel you, like what is that? Like I said, obviously within a realistic mean. Like obviously if, you know, a famous person that wasn't P. Diddy wanted to sign a kids band, you know, a young teenage band.
Complete age.
I'd say playing with like one of my favorite bands, like one of like a lot of like, I think what I would love to do is open up for like the Pixies per se. Like Pixies is like a very huge inspiration, or like
Are they still around? Like I know who they are. I just they're not necessarily who I listen to.
Yeah,
so
no,
They're still kicking.
okay.
I've been to some of their concerts. Like,
Okay, right on,
but
right
yeah, no. And so I'd love to like, or like even like a small band like Galaxy 500, which like they were like a huge inspiration on my like guitar sound and stuff like that. I'd love to play with them. So like even if it's like not like Pixies or like the Pixies and headline, like pretty much like if we weren't like the main openers, like we were like that small band that opened with them, I would still love to, you know, because like when I went to the Pixies, like Kat Powers, beautiful woman, beautiful voice, like she opened for them before like Modest Mouse and stuff, which they also did a good job. She like is known, but like she's not as known as like the other two bands, but like still people came just for her, and like I would love that. Like to like get some traction for her, and like I would love that, like to like get some traction out there. I don't know, I have a lot of huge dreams that I want to like commit, but like we just kind of got to get there, you know. So like that would be a good job.
Right on.
I think for me right now would be playing somewhere like a local venue, like Woolies or Lefties would probably be big for us right now, but in the future definitely playing for someone big like a stadium or something, opening. I mean, not for like none of my favorite bands. I listen to a lot of different music than he does, or listen to heavier music. But opening for someone like that, like the Pixies or like Weezer or anything, would definitely be really cool.
Me and Brixton got we went to Lefties and we got really good advice.
Yeah, we did. You just gotta talk to people. Just gotta ask.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and pick up shows that people discarded or didn't want to do.
See, yeah, you guys are probably limited too, because like I know that there's a few bars that'll let people do live music and whatnot, but they're probably not gonna let you guys hang out being under 21.
Or at least a lot of shows are 18 plus.
Yeah,
Too. We're not quite there yet.
but like, come on, like we'll bring a chaperone. They won't.
Yeah.
All right, so you mentioned that you guys like listen to different music. So what kind of music do you listen to?
He doesn't listen to music.
I don't listen to that kind of shit.
What kind of music do you listen
I listen to like white girl music or rap.
to? Bro, I was the youngest of 7 kids, and they all listen to something different. Come on, hit me. What do you got?
What? What?
Like, name
What
some
do you
artists.
listen to? What do you listen
Like
to? What's on your
NF?
like poll?
Like NF or Eminem?
Okay. I know NF. I love NF. I got every album he's got downloaded.
Oh.
Yeah. You know about his Moments album? Moments? His very first album
No.
before Mansion? Yeah, look it up, dude. That's a good one. That's a good one. Right, so what? More hip hop music then? Okay. What kind of music do you listen to?
I wouldn't say I'm genre phobic or anything. I listen to almost everything, but my main like driving point of music is like alternative, experimental, and new wave. Like those are like my main three.
If you were to pull up a playlist right now, like what are we hearing out of you?
Pixies, Oingo Boingo, and Pink Floyd. Floyd is definitely gonna be up there.
Can't forget the Weezer.
And Weezer.
So what about you? What kind of music?
Pull up my playlist. Let's see, yeah, Pantera on there, Metallica, hell yeah. Van Halen.
Okay.
A lot of stuff like that.
Right. So you guys listen to like more of older music. I don't want to be rude about that, but like nowadays with the way things progress so fast, like like even Hell Yeah's considered like they're still going, but they're considered an older band. You know, like the Pixies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of kids your age wouldn't even know who the Pixies are.
Oh,
They
yeah.
wouldn't. You know what I mean? Weezer to them is like, oh man, what are you, a boomer? You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna know who that is.
Yeah. No, I mean, you'd be surprised actually. In our school, a lot of people know who like Weezer is.
Yeah, right on.
What? I whispered they make fun of you.
Well, it's like they know who they are, but not for the right reasons. Right on. Okay. I don't know how many people are in here right now. We've got quite a few likes. So, hey, 6,000 likes. That's greatly appreciated.
That's great.
I don't know. If anybody has any questions, see, I'm still learning this live thing. And there's a way that you could put like little bubbles with words in it, you know, on the screen for everybody to see. I have yet to figure that out. So I apologize.
Close
the next time,
captions.
yeah.
Hey, put this down in like live history books, like the Beez Neez, like is gonna make your podcast like
Well,
it's gonna.
All
we're
right,
gonna make
so
it
so
popular.
fun fact, I attempted this podcast years ago on YouTube, and
You have to
it,
have a certain amount of subscribers on YouTube though to go live.
this was before YouTube Live. Yeah, this was before YouTube Shorts. This was probably almost 10 years ago. I attempted to make this podcast work, and I had one guy who never showed up. He was going to do it with me, never showed up. Had another dude who was all on board with it. Life was too busy, and he backed out, right? So then, not too long ago, I attempted it again. It's like probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. And me and a buddy had 2 episodes recorded. We had another guy come in, and we were talking about some hot topic stuff, some whatnot. He was a Hispanic dude. And there was 2 or 3 episodes, put them all up on Spotify at one time. Got flagged for hate speech. So I tried to appeal it, and they said I had to take them down, and I said no. And we got kicked off Spotify.
Wow.
So that's why I actually don't have Spotify anymore.
It's crazy.
And so I haven't been on TikTok very long just because of the ban. Like the TikTok ban happened, and then when it came back, I was like, that's it. If the government doesn't want me to have it, I'm going to have it. So
Hey, rebel against the system though. Like that's what you gotta like. I feel like that's what sometimes you gotta learn is that
Rage Against the Machine, man.
exactly. And I'm not saying like you gotta rebel. Like don't rush the Capitol. Like don't do that again. Like that's. I'm not saying that. No, but have like if there was I'm 17. I'm nowhere near 20. I can't really say I'm the wisest person out there. I'll admit that. But if I could give advice to anyone, I'd say rebel. Sneak out of your house when you're a teenager. Tell your mom like don't do the dishes
when
when
he's
you're
25, he's going to be like, man, don't do this.
No.
He's going to be looking at his kid like, don't even think about sneaking out. And then I'm going to play this video for your kid. And he's going to be like, Dad, what? Are you kidding me? You were telling people to do that.
But I'd say rebel, or even if it's like minor, like say like you're a bookworm and you're like and you like tear a page out of a book, do something
Just one
that
page.
do something that like means like if you feel like
Chapter 5, page 53.
exactly if it's something in your life that you feel like you need to do it. Don't follow through like you said like don't like. Just because the government's like, well, don't have it, like, doesn't mean like, screw them. Like, what do they know about me? You know, exactly. So, like, do what you want to do.
I mean,
As
right
a
now, what we're finding out is they didn't know anything about anybody. But that's beside the point. All right, so we're gonna get a little personal without getting too personal on this.
Yeah.
So, right now, okay, so with your position in the band,
Yeah.
I want to use the word extra, like as an, you know what I mean, you're an extra,
Yeah.
but I don't want that
You're
to
a
be
mascot.
offensive, right? A mascot.
They got me my wife beater that says secretary on it.
I love that, dude. I love that. Actually, you didn't wear it at the last show, and I was upset about that. I'm pretty sure I stated
why.
It was
that.
at my house.
Oh yeah,
I forgot.
he forgot to bring it.
Well, so what is your at-home life like for you to be able to do this? Like, are your parents like, cool, whatever, he's just hanging out with friends? Or are they like, you know, go make me $1 million so I can retire? Or like, you know what I mean? What is that? Are they
They're, like,
supportive of this,
cool.
or do they even care?
They don't really care.
They don't
They're
really
like,
care?
cool, go support your friends, go help them.
Right on.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Hey, right on.
Like, I told them that I was going to leave an hour. And then I got a hot tub. I went to Walmart and got my parents a hot tub.
So you already made that meal. But I know. I mean,
I didn't
How's he getting paid before us, man? Like what?
all right, hey man. I mean, whatever you're doing it right. I just don't.
They paid a lot. Come on.
All right. What about you? What about your family life? Like, where's that at with your parents being like, you know, oh, this is gonna die out in a year, or are they hoping, you know, for?
I mean, they definitely want me to succeed. They're like, you gotta find other options. And I'm like, I don't want to, because I'm gonna put all of my heart and soul into this to be able to succeed. And
I mean, you guys aren't dropping out of high school.
no,
You can't
I was
say that you
told,
don't have any other options. You know what I mean?
I was told if I dropped out, I'd get kicked out of the house. So I'm not gonna do that. But I mean,
I wouldn't take you in, but I let you.
oh yeah, fuck you too, bud. Fuck you too.
You may have to live like a hermit, but there may always be a place here. I have a shed right outside.
Thank you, Kurt.
There's a cat out there.
You can also sleep in the chicken coop that we got.
Yeah,
See, that's supportive right here, brother. That's we are your support group if you get kicked out.
not him. But so
So
yeah,
much-
I'm too self-centered for that.
I mean, yeah, they.
My mom likes you more.
But as I also live with my grandparents and my mom, and I mean, I wouldn't say they don't enjoy it, but they definitely get annoyed with, excuse me, with how loud it can be.
Yeah.
Cause it started inside of my basement, then we moved outside to the garage
Big garage.
for more. It's huge for more space, and then we were going to record our stuff, so we moved back down into my room, and so I still don't.
Hey,
exactly
bad
enjoy
news.
that.
The cat said Rosa's not sharing, but Rosa's not sharing the garage with you.
Wow.
We have a shed attached to the garage.
Oh yeah,
You got that.
You got that, brother. It's got a roof and walls. So I mean, you're at least out of the weather.
Not a good roof, but it's got a roof. Hey.
Sorry, I wish I had known before message just came in. I apologize. That's
You're fine. But yeah, we're gonna be moving up into my garage again though. It was mostly just a seasonal thing, but they definitely support. They just want me to be able to live a life and not be poor on the streets.
no, I got you. No,
They don't want you to be homeless.
No.
and I think that's something that you've seen a lot, where like the kid was like in college and he was like, I'm dropping out of college in New York City, right? And I'm just gonna go live off of tips until I make it in music. You know what I mean? Like, but again, you guys are young. It's not like your situations are, you know, gonna fall apart immediately. If you lost your band, you obviously aren't out on the street at that point. Right on. So what about you? What is your, like, how is your parental situation? Like, are they like, all right, yes, make this music, or are they like, he's living a dream that's gonna fall apart in 2 years, we're just waiting for it, or you know what I mean? Like, what does that look like?
Oh
for
no,
you?
they're supportive of it. They've even said that that they're glad that I was the way I was. Like when I was like, I want to do something creative like music or film or whatever. They were like, good, because like we don't want you to be like, oh well, I want to be a plumber or like whatever, you know, like.
For sure. I mean, and not that that's a horrible
No,
thing,
not
guys.
knocking. No, not knocking.
Like you trade people.
No, I used to be one of those guys. I used to be a tradesman.
I'm a tradesman.
Now. Yeah, no, I get it. But what?
Oh, nothing. I said nothing.
But I mean that it's awesome to meet people who have a different dream. You know what I mean? And I'm not like, everybody wants to do something cool, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, if you wanted to, you guys are young enough, you could just go be like bodybuilders and just go be influencers and live life like that.
That's a great idea.
I mean, it's a fantastic idea. You can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tremboloni sandwiches will get you beefy.
Get me big.
They'll also make sure that you'll never have offspring. But no, I mean, it's good to have a dream that is unique, because obviously there's 10,000 electricians out there. There's 10,000 people doing this and that. But you know what I mean? When you are a band and you actually make it, people are going to know that name forever. You know what I mean? When they Google you, they're going to have something to look at. They're not going to look at 15 people who are doing the same thing. You know what I mean? Especially at your age. You know what I mean? It's probably a little rare to actually see people who are as dedicated to the band as they are. You know what I mean? Like, are you at school? Are you this dedicated to school band, school
Oh no,
things like that?
School band. No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like most kids would be like, "Oh, I'm going to do band at school," and they're going to be dedicated to that, or they're going to be dedicated to their football and this and that. And then as soon as high school's over, that's it.
Shit out of luck.
Yeah, you've got nothing.
And it's like it's weird because like every time like you ask like a kid like that, like what are they gonna do when they grow up? They're like, I don't know, like probably go into a trade or like I'm going to college for what?
Junction and coping.
I'll let you know 2 years in. I'll let you know once I get
Yeah.
my bachelor's. Yeah.
Once I become the Van Wilder of the school, I'll let you know.
A lot of people go to school for 7 years, okay? They're
Exactly.
called doctors. You guys are way too young for that reference.
I've seen that movie before, man. I've seen that movie with you. Yeah, no, me and him watched that movie one time.
Okay, right on. That movie was before I was conceived, so I know you're too young for that movie. Right on. So what's your outlook if 5 years from now? What's your 5-year plan? What is your outlook on this band in 5 years? Obviously, it would be immaculate if you got signed this year, next year, and you guys were the next Justin Biebers.
That'd be
We
fire.
should do
But-
we should do 1 month, 1 year, and then 5 years. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I see I see in a month us probably doing more shows. Like he said, I would love to see us like be at like Woolies or whatever. In a year, I'd say the same thing, but honestly, like I would like to see some traction in our social media, in our Spotify and stuff like that. And then in 5 years, I'd like to I want to be in Chicago and do the music scene in Chicago and make a music scene in Chicago while I'm going to college for film and music and stuff.
Right on.
Majoring in film, minoring in music.
So film and whatnot, is that your
I mean, art
hobby?
in
outside
general
of-
is just like my hobby. Like it's like drawing a picture is like one of the best things to do. Or like but like music and film are like two like the biggest things in my life right now that I really want to focus on and stuff like that. But and like why not do both? You know, I've always told people this. I want to do both. I want to do both
Okay,
music.
you just gotta promise me one thing, okay? I know of, and I think a lot of people know of this person who do both music and film. And he's ruined multiple comic book movies. I'm not gonna say names, but he's ruined multiple comic book movies in both Marvel and DC genre. And I really don't want that to happen for you.
Oh, I won't.
So
I won't.
let's not do that. Don't get face tattoos. Don't be a vampire. Okay? I'm not going to name names here, but he's ruined a lot of things, okay? Let it go. Okay? Let it go. All right, right on. I mean, yeah, that's awesome. And it's cool that even your normal life hobbies are a little bit different than, like you said, most people want to. I think most kids your age are probably like, I hope I go to college for football, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We all know you're not getting there. It's Indianola.
Especially
They
in
have
old football.
college there though.
Any old football?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm doing very good. The only good team we have is
Yeah.
second in state this year.
Oh yeah, let's give it up for Drake for being in wrestling, at least in
And then getting a concussion and then not being able to wrestle. So
yeah.
Did you make it to state and then couldn't wrestle, or what happened?
no,
He didn't
beginning of the
make it to
season, got a concussion. Middle of the season, got to wrestle a little bit, a couple of varsity tournaments, and then my head started hurting again, so I quit.
Really? And so so
Yeah.
seasonally, like you didn't get any action at all.
No.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry.
Isn't that
That
good?
sucks. So wrestling, is that your thing then outside of the band and outside of school?
Yeah, I'm doing
Is that-
track right
that's-
now too.
Okay, right on. So you're just more of an athlete, like outside of that, you're just an athletic.
Yeah.
Right on.
He runs track also now. With his shin splints.
Which
I think that's just a common thing anymore, man. Doesn't everybody have shin splints?
yeah, everyone
don't
does.
know.
I was a fat guy, and that's how I got mine. I was trying to run while being fat. That's how I got my shin splints. My shins were like, no, stop.
Too heavy.
Yeah. You're bashing your feet on the ground with 300 pounds above it. It's not cool. You know what I mean?
Like it.
Right on. What about you? Like, what's your hobbies outside of the band, outside of school? Like, what are you doing?
I did theater for a while, but not anymore. It's true. I played video games a lot. I have a little setup.
But
we all
to
play
be
video
fair
games,
anymore,
but-
that's a massive thing going on now. I know dudes making money streaming Fortnite, streaming like we're on Call of Duty 87 now. You know what I mean?
I don't think
There's
we're quite there yet.
We're almost.
if you add the mods and all the stupid updates, well, now we're getting there. We're pretty close. But I mean, that can be is that what you're trying to do? Like,
No.
No. Okay.
Not
So
trying to do
as
that.
far as you just like to chill at home and play video games.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't really do a whole lot outside of the band and school.
Okay.
I just kind of hang out at home. I mean, I hang out with my friends, but otherwise I just kind of sit around, do nothing.
Go to podcasts.
Yeah, I mean, I do stuff here and there, but nothing really big. And then, I mean, I definitely play video games more than these guys do, though. And then,
Is there a specific genre of video games like you? Are you?
I mean, not really. I mean, I like
Do you like open world?
open world games. Yeah, I've been playing Helldivers recently.
I like a game with a good campaign, like something like a Skyrim or like heck even like
Skyrim
a.
is not a campaign game.
It's got a
an
campaign.
RPG.
It's got a
open
campaign,
world
too.
with a smaller campaign, bro.
He's hating.
I will agree with that, but I did like Skyrim.
But
I
It
did.
was good. I liked it too.
Or like and like I don't know. I like playing video games. I mean like, you know. So
See, I am a big believer that we could go back to 8-bit, and as long as it's a decent story, that's not just like we'll just mod everything. I play that game. You know what I mean? And it's got to be a full game too. I'm not a big fan of the half games anymore. Just hey, spend $60 on this, and in like 8 months we'll sell you the other half of this game when we develop it.
Yeah. Or like, we released this part of it, part 1, well, part 2, chapter 1, chapter 2.
Right?
What? I mean, as long as they don't charge you for it, then it's fine.
Well, what's that? Like a season pass or yeah. I
Battle
prefer
Pass.
full games. I mean, God of War. That's always
loved
been a
God of
big
War.
love God of War. I never got to play Ragnarok.
Really?
I have it. I have it upstairs. It's under the PS4. It's still wrapped in plastic. I got it brand new. I have yet to. Dude,
Too busy?
I got 3 kids, bro. You understand? I had to come home and like get everything ready for this. Like, yeah,
Hit the waters.
it's
Write a
this was
non-script.
not an open space.
You want to
when I
show
got
them
home.
your notebook of nothingness?
Well, I was gonna write some stuff down, but then as we started talking, I was like, actually, I don't need to write a lot of this down because I'll have this recording. But I do actually have quite a bit of pages. But I'm also gonna get into that stuff next time because next time we do this, I'm gonna be a little more prepared. I'm gonna have a little actually, weather permitting, we may do this outside. Actually,
Oh yeah.
and
Cool.
it would be really cool after we were done with the interview if you guys could just play a set.
oh yeah.
I mean, I think
we thought about
2-3 songs.
being able to
but-
do a song. For
Yeah,
this, but
he had asked me about it, and it's like, man, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to have the house ready for that. The acoustics down here, like, I don't know how this audio is sounding. I hope it sounds okay for everybody. Appreciate all the likes. But yeah, it would not be good acoustics down here for you guys to
It sounds fine.
to do stuff. But is there any statements, anything about the band or whatever that you guys want to throw out there?
follow us, listen to our music.
Is it what all are you guys on?
Well, we're on main stuff. We got Spotify, Apple Music. I think we're on Pandora. If you're on SoundCloud, we're on SoundCloud too.
Okay.
And
just Beez Neez.
yep, Beez
all of
Neez.
them, okay.
BeezNeez.
Okay.
We're on
and then-
Instagram. We don't have a TikTok or a Facebook yet though,
Okay.
or a LinkedIn or a Tumblr, but no one uses those anymore.
I don't even know what those are.
You don't know what Tumblr is? Or
That sounds
LinkedIn?
like a dating app.
It's not.
It does.
Bro, you
I
can't
thought
get on a
Tumblr-
dating
I
app.
thought
as a
Tumblr
banging.
was.
Like, that's not.
Tumblr is not a dating app.
Okay.
It's almost
Date
like
one, you date
Reddit.
all.
Okay. Right on. So Beez Neez pretty much on the all those
Mhm.
platforms. Instagram. Are you guys on Twitter or it's not Twitter?
X. We are not on X
On X,
now.
okay.
I think to get a wider
Yeah.
or
I
anything
thought
like
about
that,
it.
we should just try to expand. When I say we, I mean I think Brixton handles all that stuff.
I do. I am the media manager of this.
How do you get away with not having a Facebook but having everything else?
We only have one thing, and it's Instagram. But Instagram posts pop up on Facebook too.
Okay.
There's like a setting that popped up. And
Oh,
it's
they're all like
they're owned by
Meta
Yes.
or whatever. Okay. See, I only have TikTok now. I'm
got kicked off everything else.
no, I just I dropped off Facebook years ago. My
When
wife still has
Facebook came out when you were a kid, it was popular with your scene though.
I was on MySpace, brother.
That's true.
I'm just glad that he handles it because like I can't deal with social media. I have it, but I can't deal with it. Like it's stupid in my opinion.
I'm like on there always saying stuff, and then my wife's like, "No, you're not saying that." And then I'll get on her Facebook to get on Marketplace, and she's like, "Don't respond to that," and I'm like,
Did you say read wow?
Yes, it did.
at Reba.
Yeah, yes, your
Tagging
brother's
people,
watching this.
tagging people in it. Hey, that's awesome. If you're watching this and you enjoy or you know these guys, share it to other people. Get us more out there. Hey, we're at 10,000 likes, so that's pretty awesome. That's actually, I've never had that many likes on my live before, so I appreciate that. That actually, I think, gets us on the For You page right now on TikTok.
Oh,
I think it
really?
does.
Yeah, so that's pretty epic. But for everybody who's popping in and out and whatnot, again, this is Beez Neez.
Kurt, your wife says to not be so dramatic.
I'm not being dramatic about anything. But
She's hating. She's upstairs.
Bro, hater.
any likes that come from your spouses don't count. I've always said that.
But
But
Unlike it now.
so, what about you, Braden? Any statements, dreams about the band, or fact, anything about the band in general, or whatever that you want to throw out there? Like that's any info or whatnot.
Get us big. Get us to be status quo, or get us to be there.
I think
How big do you want to be? Like, okay, that's a fair question because I know people who are big, you know, but they're not nearly as big as some of these names that have been out there for, you know what I mean? They're not Eminem big, and they're totally happy with that. They prefer not to be because people who find them aren't going to be mainstream people. People who find them aren't going to follow that trend, or if they do find them, they're just going to be like, hey, this guy's not out here, you know, doing the stuff that they're doing. They're not Hollywood, right? They're not Epstein or Pizzagate or anything in those lines.
Well,
I don't think we want to be known as Epstein.
Well, I'll say that. I'll say
Tom Hanks
this.
didn't have a
I
problem.
want to be. I don't like. I like what you were saying. I don't want to be Hollywood big. Like I don't want to be like big where controversy is just like where it's like just or like what he says. I don't want to be big to where it's like, well, somebody's got something to say. I want to be like. I want to be big enough to where people want to know our name. Like I mean, who doesn't want you to know your name? But like my main goal with the band is that I would like people to not just go, oh yeah, well they're good or whatever. I want somebody to go like, yeah, I'm a fan of them. I'm a fan of them. I want somebody like when they're sad or mad to listen to my lyrics and go, you know what, this guy has a point on life and stuff like that.
So you want to be a playlist, not a jammer.
Yeah, I want to be. Yeah,
you want to be somebody who people actually playlist and not someone that people throw on at a big party.
It would be cool if somebody told me that I was quote unquote a musical philosopher too. That would also be awesome.
I have no idea what it takes to be on that level. I'm not even sure I fully understand the definition of what that means. But hey, I hope you get there if that's what you want, man. If that's what you're working toward. Drake as the cowbell guy, the extra, the groupie, the security, the secretary, and the guy who has to carry everything because these guys can't carry the weight of those speakers.
So I mean, we can. We
struggled quite a bit
help.
when I had to help you guys that day. So, what about you? Like, you got anything about the band or anything? Get out of my house! Do you got anything that you want to say about the band? Anything you want to share or statements or anything like that?
I can't think of anything.
Right on. Well, you know what? Let's wrap around real quick to like a therapeutic moment. Bands break up all the time, right? And I mean, if you look at some big bands that have broken up, there have been a lot of I mean, yeah. But, I mean, there's been a lot of controversy and whatnot. But then you get a lot of bands that break up because it's like, well, this guy just wasn't in it anymore. Or there was some animosity from early on that just never got resolved and whatnot. I mean, you got anything you want to say to these guys? You got anything you want to say? I mean, we got the bag, we got the gloves here. I mean, we can make.
We don't really have beef with each other. I mean, we're all friends. Friends get annoyed with each other sometimes, but I mean, usually it's just the small stuff.
But you know, you never know. You never know because like
Let's move past it.
I don't know all your guys' like siblings and yada. But it's like you hitting on a sister or like are you going after? Are you going?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is. He is. So my sister's in 7th grade.
What grade you in?
I did not hit on
One time, hey,
Pop out, bro.
hey, one time he was hitting on his sister and he said, "Game is game, bro."
That did not happen.
That is a quote.
Don't tarnish his image, bro. That did not happen.
I did not. No, but what I was gonna say is that they're planning on making the band bigger, obviously by getting like a bassist or I don't know what else you need in a band.
Maybe a keyboard player.
Yeah, getting other people involved, and we've talked about trying to help with like if something's brought up, because me and Brixton's talked about that, about if problems arise.
Yes, and it's basically just talk it out.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. I mean,
This band ain't breaking up. If you're unhappy, you take a break and then come back.
You know, that's marital goals right there.
So I mean, we're not married and we're not gonna get married, but I mean, I can see how it's similar.
For anyone who's a fan of Pink Floyd out there, I just don't want to become like the Sid Barrett of this band, dude. Like that would actually freaking suck. But you wouldn't know that if you're not a Pink Floyd fan.
I'm not a Pink Floyd fan, so I don't get the reference.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be all right, man. I got you. I understand.
Was he an asshole?
No, he just had schizophrenia. And just,
So he had like a mental problem.
So we don't have schizophrenia. No one.
So,
us do.
just quick question: if it doesn't work out with the little sister, you going for his mom?
So my mom has a boyfriend, and my
not
sister
married, though.
is 12 years old.
she's bad though.
Oh, you know, hang on a second. I missed that. What grade did you say?
7th grade,
So I'm really, when it comes to that, okay,
middle school.
I am extremely bad when, like, if you were to be like, hey, this person this grade, I have no idea what age
12
they're
years
in.
old.
I
13.
apologize for that. Bro, you need to step out. Like that, you're crossing a line you just said that you didn't want to be known with like an Epstein name. Like you just said that.
I did not.
Drake, game is not game, bro. Your
I did
game
not
is not
say that.
game.
So moving on, back to the music parts.
So anyway, his mom, right? She's tatted up, right? She's the one that's tatted
This is
up.
crazy tatted up.
That's what I
I'm
thought.
leaving. I'm going. You guys can find your own ride.
All right, well, we love you too, brother.
No,
I got you guys. You're on spring break, right? We'll chill.
I can sleep on that side of the mat.
Right on.
I
So-
just wanted more water.
So with what you guys have going on right now, is there anything going on in life that is maybe hindering stuff with the band? Like, do you guys have, like, I get you're young, there's not a lot that really happens at your age that can truly hinder certain things when you're dedicated to it. But, I mean, do any of you guys have a girlfriend where you're like, dude, you're missing practice again for this chick? Or is there anything like that? You know what I mean?
No, not really, no.
Girls are gross. Ew.
So I don't agree with that. But I mean, if anything is just out like stuff that's outside of our power. Like we've had to cancel for weather, people being sick, school, just
not canceled.
not really
but
school,
like
and
school
like
does
it's just stuff like that. There was a time though that we just I don't even remember why, but it was like
I mean, to be fair, that's nothing different than when most people miss work because their car breaks down or because you're sick or weather or whatnot.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like usually, yeah, it's like, hey, we're having practice Sunday.
Okay.
It's like, okay, yeah.
Right on. Well, then you guys are obviously close enough where you're always hanging out anyway, so it's like, I'm sure there's
Might as
time where
well.
it's like we're hanging out, we're practicing, or things like
Might as
that.
well
just
hit the
jamming
cowbell
it.
or something.
Right on. So I guess this would mainly apply to you, Braden. I want to jump into some of like the music and the background to the music. So
I've been waiting for this.
You have a song, you guys have one of the songs that is on Spotify and whatnot, and it's called "Suck Ass."
It's a good.
This
song,
is
though.
not my favorite song by you. It's not my favorite song.
So fuck you.
But,
but
No,
it is a
I
good-
think
no,
I
but
think
it is
me
a
and
good song.
it's not my favorite song, but I think me and Brixton will agree it's a song that we really get down.
I
to.
really like.
That's
It's
what I was
not
gonna
my
say.
favorite song either.
It's not my favorite song by you guys, but when you guys play it, you can. I mean, you're jamming. You can tell. You know what I mean, you're getting into it and whatnot. What for people who haven't heard it yet, or maybe listened to it and didn't understand or whatever? What is it about? Like, what's it about, and where does the background of this song come from?
So I got out of like this sophomore year was when I wrote this. I don't know. I just got out of like a very huge relationship, and
Because she was Aki.
yeah, let's be honest. Now looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, whatever. No, but I got out of a relationship, and I really hated myself. You know, I always for some reason I would blame myself about it and stuff.
Are you guys on Amazon Music? I don't know. No.
Once it's uploaded, it's just out there wherever.
You
our
got-
dis- wherever our
We're just. It's
distributor
a
puts it.
parade. We're just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
Right.
wherever the distributor that we use puts it. So I don't really know. I think it is.
Okay, right on.
I don't know. You'd have to look it
I'm gonna
up.
find out here in a second.
But
Yeah.
so like so like the one song that I was like rotating a lot was the song Creep, and I was like, what if I can make my Creep, you know, like and stuff like that, because like a lot of our music is just like it usually is led by a life event, a song that I'm playing during the life event, and then me going like, I want that to be I want that to be, you know, us. You know what I mean? Like, I want a version of that. So Suck Ass was always just like, I just got out of a relationship. I felt like a piece of crap being in that relationship. So I made my Creep. And, you know, so like this song is pretty much like again, like I said, I'm Creep and stuff.
I think Suck Ass is definitely a lot heavier than Creep is, though, because during the
for
chorus
sure.
parts, the chorus parts, it's played on my crash cymbals, and then it's not just like a simple like four beat with like a 16th note kick drum. It's I don't know, because now I've inspired it from like Van Halen 1, that album. A lot of the drum parts from Alex Van Halen, especially like one of my favorite songs from it, You Really Got Me, which is their cover, is just it's like that. Or that's also kind of inspired by Nirvana, kind of, with like Breed. That's where a lot of my drumming comes from, if you wanted to know. It comes from Alex Van Halen and Dave Grohl.
Right on. Just for anybody watching, they are on Amazon
Yes.
Music as well.
We found it.
I just downloaded your guys' stuff.
Good.
So right on. So this other song, Dinnerosity.
Yes.
That's a made up word.
Yeah. So is that I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah.
What does that word mean?
It's a hate for fake. Like it's hatred towards fake.
Okay.
Stuff like that. And you could probably get another word for it, but I don't know. It's just like I liked it and stuff like that. So
Can I ask where the word came from?
So the dinner part is actually really simple. The dinner part is
Like Camille.
yeah. So I was like at a dinner with like a few people from our school, and I just noticed how fake they were being, and like it peeved me off. I thought of it, and I hated how they would like talk crap about like one person and then like sit there and be at dinner with them and be generous. So generosity and dinner kind of came together. So it's in a way it was in that having my hatred for fakeness and like was like going into that song. So I kind of just made it into a word where it was like a hatred for being fake. So a hatred for fake and stuff like that.
So is that who the song is about then?
It's not just about one person, but it's about like just like
Everyone.
stop being fake. The song goes like, "Hey there, little thing, walking down the school hallway. What's it like to cry all the time?" Like I got that a lot from like just like watching drama and realizing that like a lot of it is because of people being fake and stuff like that. So like it is about hating people who are fake, but it's not about an exact person. But like that inspiration did come from that.
Right on. So are those the only two? Those are the only two songs on Amazon Music right now.
They're the only two songs that are out right now. Let's see, what's today? The 15th, right?
Yeah.
5 days on Thursday. We have 2 more songs coming out.
Awesome.
So,
Part My Hair and Telephone.
so yes, if you want to know about that.
Okay. Yeah. What are those songs about?
Part My Hair does not have a meaning. I can tell you the inspiration. I can tell you what I like to tell people, but is honestly not what it's about. It's about very kinky intimacy. That's not the truth, though. I don't know what it's about. But
It's a song we play that we have fun with.
Here Comes My Man and Psycho Killer was like the song. There were the 2 songs that inspired that song, though. Especially with like the tone was like from Psycho Killer's guitar tone, and then the lyricism or like the poppiness of it was from Pixies' Here Comes Your Man.
Okay.
And stuff like that. Telephone is, again, going back to that, is kind of falling out of love with someone. It's a song about falling out of love with someone, and that was like supposed to be like our Everlong, like that. Like I was listening to Everlong at that point, and it was like, you know, I want to do like our Everlong. So pretty much Telephone is our Everlong.
It's nothing like everyone though. Like the beat is not the same.
But
at all.
I gotcha. I get what you're saying.
16th notes though.
So out of the songs that you guys do have, what would be what's your favorite?
My favorite is one that has not been released yet. Will it be released in the album that's coming out yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite song is a song we've made it more recently. It's more I'm pretty sure it's more Beach Boys inspired type, more like classical pop type stuff, right? Right, Braden?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's I don't even know what it's about, but I just really like it. I love the high octane energy that I can play with it. And it's one of the songs that I like. I think I completely came up with my own drum part because, like he said earlier,
Yeah, he did.
He's like, here, try do this, and so yeah, I really like that song. And then
He's a D1. I don't blame him, but he's a D1 fishy poppy glazer. We had
it's fun.
It's
really
no, and
fun.
I don't blame you for it. But like, we had a show the other night for his sister and her friends. It was just like
my
a little
sister had a
private
bunch
show.
of friends over.
And he goes, "Can we please play fishy
Was
pop?"
Drake there?
Drake was not there.
I was not invited, apparently.
It's crazy.
Wait, when was it?
It was just
I don't
yesterday.
remember.
Like,
Come on, guys.
It was after. So
Was it
yesterday.
after the long walk?
Was your
Yeah.
mom there?
No way.
So she was in her room, but yes. So
Hey man,
as he
I didn't
said,
get invited either.
so like he said though, the long walk, we had to walk to Carlisle and back with limited stops, and as I was getting back to the school and stuff, I saw him coming out, and it was like the scene from the Last of Us TV show where Pedro Pascal was like, "Tommy," and I screamed to him, I was like, "Brayden! Brayden!"
I might have
Yes.
missed out on the long walk, but I just hope everyone knows
Yeah.
I am a scatterball champion now.
Yeah. But yeah, so then we went to his house. And
So are you
I
talking like the
fell
bike
asleep.
trail? Like you guys
Yeah,
walked the bike
the
trail?
bike trail, we walked it.
So long.
Right
It
on.
was. And
That's
then
hilly too. There's a lot of ups.
7 hours, right?
7-ish, something like
Yeah,
that.
it's
We
a lot
started
of
at
ups and
8
downs.
and then we got back at 3. We were top 20 finishers though.
Right on. Oh, this was a thing.
Yeah, this was like a thing that the school did. There's like
Okay.
250 people that were there.
Oh, all right, right on.
Mhm.
Well, I used to ride that bike trail, and so I guess I don't know. There's a lot of people who walk it and whatnot. So that's
I saw a guy, we saw a guy booking it on a bike.
Yeah, he
Going so
he was
fast.
really fast.
Like, he flew past us, felt the wind.
Anyways,
I had a dude pass me on a bike one time when I was a kid riding my bike on there, and he was paralyzed. He had one of those arm bikes, and he passed me, and I'm on like a gear bike, and I'm just thinking like,
Aw.
that dude's like biceps and arms have to be as big as my calf. Like, it has to be
I
for as
ride
fast as
bike.
he's
I
rolling.
ride bike on, like on that bike trail, and like I've gotten like some weird compliments from people in my PE. They're like, "Your legs are so spectacular," and I'm like, "I ride bikes, so yeah, thank you." Right on.
But so yeah, that show. Surprisingly, like my legs hurt a lot today. They hurt so much yesterday, during and after. But when we were playing, it might have just been the adrenaline or something. But I'm like, I feel fine, especially because of how fast it is. Like, as I mean, when we play, we don't exactly have like a set tempo. We don't listen. We don't have a click track in our ears like a lot of people do. We just play.
A metronome.
Yeah, metronome. So we just play, and then it's like if one of us goes faster, it's like either you keep up with it or you're done.
You hit him with a stick.
Yeah, but I mean, we're like, I think
We're pretty good with it.
yeah, I think it's kind of also stems from like since we're such great friends and stuff.
It's a psychic thing.
It's
It's
we're just locked in like that. We're connected like that. But I genuinely think that. I think we just what?
No, I was gonna say locked in human centipede style, but
We don't do that. That's not.
No, that's not a thing we do.
Right on. So
Yeah.
you said that song's gonna be released in
It's
5
gonna be
days,
released.
or-
No, that song's not gonna be released in 5 days. We planned it out at the very beginning of the year. But like we're gonna release this right then album at the end of the year, like end of the physical year towards November, December type.
Okay.
And then our first 2 songs actually they were released on our 1-year band anniversary, and then these songs coming up. So we kind of spaced it out so it's like so it doesn't like just and then
gotcha.
flatline. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like we can just ride it
Okay.
out and stuff,
Right.
and then have like a show maybe between or something like that to support what we've released.
Right on. All right, what about you? What's your favorite? Like, which song?
ooh, here, ask him. I'm thinking about
There's
it. real quick.
babies.
It's not fair. I whispered to Brayden earlier when he said Fishy Pop. I'm like, that's my favorite song. Also, I like that. I like the high energy.
I also like the I like everything about the song. I like the lyrics. I don't know. I like how it.
Song.
I like how it sounds like it's falling apart with the lyrics too, but it's not.
Yeah, I wrote lyrics and then forgot them and just did not care to go back. So like it's literally me just going.
Yeah, like at the start of the
The
song,
only lyrics I know is Fishy Pop. That's the only lyrics I know.
No, there is. I can hear some of the lyrics. It's
Oh,
like
geez.
going crazy, and that's about it. That's about all I can hear. And then it just turns into fishy pop, and then she.
Hey,
It just-
it's all about the feeling the song gives.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
it,
mean-
it reminds me of Nirvana almost too.
We do have a song that's pretty popular still to this day called "I'm Blue," and people still argue over what that actually says. Whether the guy's gonna die if he's green, whether he's beating off a guy, or other things. But there's still arguments to what the lyrics to that actually are. Abadiba to die.
I mean, all the lyrics are written down. He just doesn't go back.
I don't care. I honestly don't care.
It's just fun that way.
Okay, my favorite song is Part My Hair. And that's because like Part My Hair Part My Hair
That's
was
the baby upstairs. That's
Part My Hair again. It's like I like the poppiness of it, and like me and Brixton do this thing now. Originally, like we didn't do that, where we held on the B minor chord, and like he like pretty much like that like ends out the song, and like I kind of like do some bends and stuff like that to give it like this like
That's how it was recorded too.
yeah. So like I kind of like. I like it because like I really like that B chord and like I can hold on to it, and I like the poppy nature of it. I like the riff. I like the riff that I do.
Oh yes, I love that riff. That riff is cool.
Do you sometimes write around riffs? Write like
Oh,
you
yes.
make a
Oh,
riff
definitely.
and then you like write a song around it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Part My Hair was that way. Fishy Pop was that way too. I kind of came up with that. The reason I said it was called Fishy Pop is because like the riff goes like bow 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 bow. I thought it sounded like a fish. That's why I.
Okay.
So
I
like
think
that's
that sounded more like a cat when you did that though.
I don't know. I heard a fish.
Very well.
But
what about catfish?
Yeah, what about
yes, yeah, it's a catfish.
All right, so my favorite song that I've heard you perform, I guess. I think it's safe to say I've only heard you perform it one time. You did it acoustically. Oh man,
Mike's on me.
I forgot that we put it in his friend's house.
I don't even remember the name of the song. I think it's a breakup song.
Goodbye way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like the lyrics. I don't even play on that song, but I like the lyrics. I'll be back. I have to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Goodbye Away, Goodbye Away, you were right, is a breakup song. Although, a lot of things that like off this album, which is going to be called Lollipop Songs when it fully comes out, it's breakup songs that, it's mostly just breakup songs.
I think Brixton was there.
Brixton met the dog. He'll be alright. They're.
Oh, they don't bite.
Yes, they do. They're going crazy.
They're not attack dogs. They're like, it has my legs.
No, but I was sorry. Goodbye Away is again like a lot of the songs that I've came up with are mostly just like are just songs inspired by other songs, and I just was like, I want that to be my type of song, like I want that to be ours. And I have to throw out Green Day, Good Riddance. That was supposed to be what Goodbye Away was.
Okay,
was pretty much our Good Riddance.
I can connect that actually. That's yeah. Actually, I think that's a great comparison too. Actually, it is. I have a clip on my early TikTok videos. Actually, it was the day that you released your first 2 songs. I posted it on my TikTok to advertise for you. I don't know how much. It was like, I think video number 5 for me, so it's down there always. But I do have a video. Not trying to advertise my TikTok, but if you scroll down through my videos, you'll find a kind of dark, dim lit acoustic set of him playing a little bit of that song.
Sorry about that, everyone.
I
don't think the dogs were ready for me.
I don't think they were either. We heard it upstairs.
Were you ready for them?
Whoa.
Were you ready for them?
No.
Right on. And then you did have another song when you did the show at the park right before the end of summer. And no, this one wasn't a cover. And I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was awesome. And I'm mad because I thought I was recording the whole time. I was like, you started to play it. I'm like, I'm gonna record this because this is gonna sound awesome. And I must have like double tapped my screen or something, or I didn't like my camera can lock like when you hit it. And I hit it, or I thought I hit it. And what I have is this clip of you going, all right. And then it's over.
Can you pull it up? We might be able to.
No, I was so mad I deleted. I didn't.
Lovers?
I deleted that.
Is it the one where he comes on like after?
Like where I start, not
in the
on
crowd?
stage.
I don't remember.
No, it's not the one where you were in the crowd. Like, no, it wasn't that one. We actually have the video of that one. I think it's on Haley's phone. I wish I could just pull it up and like show everybody because that's actually a really funny skit. You have to keep
We
that.
will.
You have to always keep
So
that.
people that are watching now, the stream, that is how probably a lot of our shows are going to start when we play that. Or it's going to be like, I disappear off stage and it's like, where'd he go? Is there a drummer out there?
Yes,
Where'd he go?
It's
like,
a good skit.
Right here.
It's great.
I'm gonna pull out my song list and
I'm just
gonna start saying songs and see if you see.
Because we usually write our set list down.
Right on. Well, yeah, I don't remember what it was, but it was awesome, and I just remember I must have double clicked the button because like halfway through the song, I'm like looking up and like seeing how long it's been recording. You know what I mean? And then I realized like it's not. Yeah,
is it Nerdy Reflection?
I like Nerdy Reflection.
Yeah, actually, I think it is.
I know what that song's
in a while in rehearsal.
I was there. I know
You were there.
No, not when he played the song, the event, when he showed girls his room.
Oh,
What?
No, Nerdy Reflection is based. So I'm a huge nerd, comic book and I know he said that me and him don't play video games as much as he does. I do. So if there's any gamer girls out there, hit me up.
Fortnite on your Switch.
Hit me up. Okay. But like, so like pretty much like I have like D&D stuff, comic books, movies, video games, music, Legos, like all of this like nerdy stuff. And I'm just it's just a song about showing girls or people who like don't fly with that, like my stuff, and like pretty much like me going like
it's Nerdy Reflection.
Yeah, my nerdy reflection and stuff like that. It's mostly a comic book song. I'm mostly a comic book nerd, so if there's any comic book ladies out there, I'm hip and I'm square. Believe me.
All right, so are you into any of that stuff, like the comic books?
Legos.
I wish I had. Oh,
Just so many Legos. Oh my god.
I do have
Yeah.
a lot of Legos.
You a Lego guy?
I'm a Lego guy.
So I grew up with. I think every kid probably my age had Legos.
He didn't grow up with Legos though.
I did.
No,
He's not even close to my age.
I know, but I'm just saying he didn't grow up with he grew
but-
up with Mega Bloks.
I think most kids had some form of Lego in their life. And Legos were awesome for us, but like we didn't have the money to buy Legos. Like we were not gonna go buy Legos.
Who has the money to buy Legos now? Have you seen
Well,
those
and
prices?
that's the thing is
This
this
guy-
only gotten worse, right? It's only gotten
It is.
worse.
It's horrible. I mean, they only do it because they have to, like, if it's like a Minecraft or like a Star Wars set, they have to also pay them.
Hang on, I gotta say something by the way. Lego, if you're watching, or if this like comes up as a clip or something, you know, with like
I'll
a family,
hashtag it.
yeah, or like
hashtag
something.
Lego.
Bring back good Lego DC. I'm just saying, bring back like good Lego DC, not dumb Batman sets. Like bring back like a Superman set or something like that. I want a good Lego DC set. When was the last time we got a good Lego
long time
DC
ago.
set?
When was the last time we got a good DC set of anything?
Oh, good point. Man, James Gunn's movie's gonna be good. I bet.
I got high hopes. That's all I can have right now. But now, unpopular opinion, I liked Batman v Superman. But I also am a huge fan of all like 5 of the different storylines they tried to just completely mutilate into it. So like one, like for me it was more the Easter eggs. For me it was like bam, I got it, bam, 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 bam.
Oh,
it was,
yeah.
I feel like it was done sloppy. It was done sloppy.
No, I'll agree with you. Batman
But
v Superman is hated on
it
like
was-
it is.
Have you seen the Schneider cut?
Yeah, no, in the Snyder cut, like on it, what that one's like rated R, like
I
isn't
think
it?
it- I
Because
think-
yeah, no, and that's what was good about it.
It's also like almost 5 hours long. It's
the
epic.
only thing is that I wish there was more. I wish it was more of a Batman movie than it was a Superman movie.
Yeah.
honestly, because like if you were to ask anyone
His
who
name
actually
comes
likes the
first.
movie, they'll be like,
His name comes first.
Batman's name comes first. Yeah. So
Did
like
you not
that-
say it was a Batman?
No, it's more
no,
of a Superman.
it's more of a Superman movie.
Oh,
I wish it was
that's
because
right.
like Snyder was like, oh, this is a lot of it's going to be inspired by the Dark Knight Returns. I would have liked to see more Dark Knight Returns than an actual, because like they kept closeting him until like the
Yeah.
Batman fight. I wish they would have had more of like, I don't know. I would love to, like, even like though Batman v Superman came out, I would love to see like a Dark Knight Returns like live action movie.
I'm
Like,
just
I would-
upset we didn't get like we got a Batman versus Superman Batman. We didn't get a Batman Ben
No.
Affleck Batman.
And it was supposed to be awesome with like Deathstroke and stuff like that. Like, oh my gosh, no.
That I was upset that we didn't get that. I know another unpopular opinion. I thought Ben Affleck did an awesome job as Bruce Wayne.
yeah.
People say, "Oh, I didn't like Ben Affleck as Batman." Nobody who's ever worn the cowl has ever truly been Batman. You know what I mean? I loved the Batman versus Superman Batman because he was actually like the dude that they got was buff. He was like legitly jacked, like a fighter. He was like a parkour fan, and like he could actually maneuver some of the ways.
And he
right?
acted like Bruce
Cool.
Wayne. Like he acted like Bruce
What and
Wayne.
I see Ben Affleck. I thought he filled the role decently. I thought
Yeah.
he filled the role decently.
Didn't like the Joker though. Didn't like that universe's Joker.
You know, he can stick with his guitar. As far as I'm concerned, he's not great at that either. But that's beside the point. Right on. So you are a fan, but you're more of the,
yeah,
the
I
video
don't-
game kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to get into comic books, but I just don't think I have the inspiration to do it. I just don't like reading very much either.
No, I feel that. I love comic books. I'm a huge comic book guy. My collection has always been like on an up and down spiral because I've read them once. I'm not gonna read it again. But then I was like, man, I really want to go buy some comic books. Like it's an itch.
Yeah.
And but I don't like to read, and that's really what it is. I feel like I've read something once. I do not want to have to
Have
read.
you
it
told
again.
us you're illiterate?
I am I am borderline illiterate. I read at like probably a 3rd grade level for being
Well,
a man in his
I
30s.
Is that why you read picture books like comic books?
Hey, comic
No,
books.
it's why I never stopped.
Hey,
I read them because that's what they start you out as a kid. I never stopped.
Hey, graphic novels are real books, though. Let's be honest. Comic books should be known as real books. Like there are some great storylines. Like Watchmen, Alan Moore did a. I don't mean to be nerdy here, but Alan Moore did a perfect job with Watchmen. And like, there's a reason why people say that they should learn that in school because like it's a book. Like it's a book and a half.
It is. There were some like moral lessons that were taught in that too that maybe should be taught.
Yeah,
Toward high school and stuff too. Yeah. So, but other than that, just video games. I mean, you don't really dive into the nerd stuff. Like you said you play like D&D.
We all three play D&D.
Yeah,
together,
we have
so.
a D&D campaign that I DM and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so we all do that. I mean, I've started to get into like Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. I used to collect Pokemon cards.
Dude, I grew up on Yu-Gi-Oh. That was my jam. That was my jam.
But I mean, I definitely, if I find a band that I really like, I do deep dives into them and stuff.
Right on.
I look through all their Wikipedia pages and stuff.
Absolutely. Right on.
And I just become infatuated with them pretty much. And then I get tired of listening to their music over and over again because I'm like, well, I love this band right now. I just keep listening to it. But
He burns himself out.
I do. It's horrible. But yeah, otherwise not. I mean, video games, yeah, and then I don't really watch movies and TV shows and stuff like he does, or stuff like that. I mean, I still do it, but it's not as much as him. And then I don't like collect action figures or anything like that.
Just sent a gift. Somebody sent a gift. Thank you so much. I'm still not sure how the gifts and everything work on here, but.
So I mean,
Who's doing it?
But I don't know what they said, but
What?
yeah.
Okay, so I don't know how much you're into like internet humor, but there's this thing making fun of like streams where it's like do you know about the AI streams where it's like they'll be like an NPC character and they'll be like, wow, thanks for the ice cream. Wow, thanks for the ice cream.
Oh, I've seen this trend thing of like people pretending
There's
to
this
be...
one thing called a glizzy overdrive where if you send a hot dog, you're just like, oh, thanks for the hot dog. But if it's like, I shouldn't probably do it. But there's a thing called like
curious.
There's a thing called a glizzy overdrive.
We'll talk about this after the live.
There's a thing called a glizzy overdrive though, where it gets pretty suspicious on the action they do when they get the glizzy overdrive. Okay. And so like I was gonna say like, what if somebody sent that? Who's doing it?
I get where you're going. What about you, Drake? Is there anything like, are you a nerdy type or outside of your athletic stuff? Is there like, do you nerd out?
He plays Magic.
I do play Magic with my cousin Jonas, and then I play Siege. I play Siege a lot, which is more of a competitive game. I do not play Rust as much because it's so time consuming. If you play Rust, you're playing Rust 5 hours a day.
What is that?
It's like you join a world and everyone is on it. Like
you start off naked with a rock. And then you try to get you try to build a base, and then you raid other people. So if you go to sleep, someone will raid you.
Like if
you
you
lose
log
everything.
off.
So it's like a never-ending game. It's just like
There's no story. It's just
and then you play with a big group, so someone's awake 24/7. It gets too much.
Now, is Rust short for something, or that's just what it's called?
It's just Rust.
Okay. All right, and then you do you do a D&D campaign with them, so that's about as nerdy as it gets. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. I'm about out of questions and things.
We have weird questions for you.
Yeah, hit me.
We don't.
No, absolutely. If you guys got questions, like I said, questions, statements, things you want to share about the band or whatever, go for it. This is,
when I was going to the restroom, I heard you guys talking about the album. It's definitely gonna sound different though, because like I've said, some of our songs we've changed. Suck Ass, the beat for the chorus, or not the beat, how it goes is different. So it's definitely gonna be different. These are more demos, almost, kind of.
Mm-hmm. I want, back to the whole, thing of, being a nerd. I want to kind of give ourselves an image as, like Hum or Weezer, where it's, we're, a bunch of nerds just getting together making music. I kind of want that to be our kind of an image or whatever.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, and you have that with every band has their has their look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you definitely, you look at some bands and it's like, okay, those guys are, they grew up maybe a little rough, or they're punk rockers, or they're emo, or they're just, yeah, absolutely. I get what you're saying. Right on. You got anything else to share or say, or you want to give us with the band or yourself, or send questions?
I'm excited for the next show.
Me too. Yes.
When it advertised? When is the next
It's not
show?
really announced, but it will be towards the end of the school year. It'll be Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
So probably that Saturday.
Be there or be square. I
Be there
know
or be
people.
square.
I know people at the school are in this live. You better be there.
Yeah.
I'm also, once this is done, if I can figure it out, I'm gonna attempt
Dean
to
Larson.
upload this onto my TikTok so
Okay.
other people can still watch it. I'm also going to attempt to upload this onto my YouTube, so you guys will be on there as well.
Yes. Yes, we are all in the same room at the same
Thank you,
time.
Miguel.
Yeah. But yeah, it's unannounced. We don't really know where it's going to be, but we will announce it soon where it will be. And then, like we said earlier, music coming out in 5 days.
Right on. Yeah. So, like I said, I will do my best to figure out this technology and get this shared out too. Obviously, anything that you guys want to share and whatnot, I'll do my best to share as well. Like, keep me just informed and whatnot with that.
Does the audience have any questions?
Yeah, if there's anybody in the live right now who wants to ask questions or anything, shoot.
Yeah, well,
For sure.
Wait.
This kid's got a... I can't stop. This kid's just like at the camera, just like looking at it.
You are pretty close to the camera. I apologize. So again,
We got it up right here so we can watch what's happening.
This kid looks so goofy. He's just at the camera going like,
No, I was thinking
I didn't have, like I said, I didn't have the best setup. Usually, I plan on like a one-on-one conversation with these, and so it's literally just somebody on the other side of the table, just the microphone and stuff. So I am attempting to get a couple things going. So yeah, with the podcast, I'm gonna have a standard Kurt Thoughts spot. I have like ADHD brain. So like the people I talk to at work, the people I work with at work, they hate me. Because I could see the same dude 6 times in one day, and each time I see him, we'll go down a different rabbit hole. And we're on like a time restraint. He's like, dude, I'm on the clock. Like, I can't talk about this right now. Yeah. So my plan and my goal for this is to have just a standard Kurt Thoughts talk. Have you guys on here. I'll just do fun stuff. I want another one that will be a more laid back, chill conversational thing.
oh yeah.
It would be more like 2 guys cracking a beer, chatting, and that would be called table talk. You know what I mean?
You get some soundproofing down here, though.
I'm hoping that this
really
doesn't
cute.
have to be where it's done.
You're going to get a studio.
I'm not getting a studio.
They're really cheap, man.
That's crazy. If they're so cheap, would you like to loan me?
No.
You whipping out your wallet? You're gonna write me a check?
Oh yes, yes.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have one called Table Talk. I'm gonna have another one where I'm driving right the whole time. I don't know if you guys have ever seen carpool karaoke. So that's where I pull this idea from. I want to have a conversation driving down the road, right? And it's gonna be Kurt Thoughts Roadhead. Yes. So you see where I'm going with this. So it's clickbait. It's completely clickbait material, 100% clickbait. But it's
will be no.
I mean, you can ask anybody I really ride in a car with. We'll be cruising, and then it's like you look over and you see like a dog in a cornfield, and then all of a sudden we're off on a conversation 3 galaxies away. You know what I mean?
I think that dog's the one being a farmer or whatever. Yeah, something like that.
I don't know.
Do you think that dog is talking to someone right now?
Hey Kurt,
Yeah.
we come tell CC goodnight.
Kurt, scram.
I know.
Okay, real talk though.
When it's time to dad, you got
Okay, so
His brain's
no,
up
I'm. So you know, like the conversation, a dog can like literally come up to you and say, "No one will know." Talk to you.
Yeah.
And okay. What is your first instant reaction? I'm killing the dog. I'm like this thing's possessed. I'm not like stop staring, Drake.
No, I'm trying to read the bag. What does he say?
It's funny.
I can't look.
Kid, bro.
What does it say?
Carson is asking if that is actually Braden Dolte. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not him.
I actually died in a car crash on Tuesday. They already got a clone of me. And they got a clone.
Style.
And they got a clone of me doing their bidding. You know, some very sex slave style. So, he likes to say no, but let's be honest.
He's trying to get you canceled.
Ooh,
He
pizza.
wants you guys to eat it before it's too cold.
Hell yeah.
Homemade cookies from scratch. Oh,
Anyway,
sorry.
Kurt, what would you do if one of your dogs came up to you and was like, "No one will ever believe you," and then just like walked away?
It's on its back legs. On its hind legs.
Who told you? I saw this meme the other day, and it freaked me out mentally because I thought about it for a while. But I would probably just nod my head in agreement, right? But then, like, secretly, I'm like, we do have cameras in the house, so I'll probably be like monitoring the cameras 24/7, like, I'm gonna catch you. I've got you. I don't know what you're planning, but like, I'm gonna figure it out.
Because is that not the most evil thing to say? Like
Absolutely,
it's
100%.
like no one's gonna believe you. Like why can't the dog go like,
And that's
hey?
the thing is they're gonna look you dead in the face, and that's the only thing they're gonna say. You're gonna say, "What? What? Did you just say something?" And it's not gonna respond. to you.
Exactly.
You're gonna
And then-
think you're just imagining shit.
Yeah. So now you have to fight your own thoughts. Is like,
No, and think about
is this possessed?
No.
Am I tweaking right now? What
Yes,
is
it
there?
possessed?
Like, is there?
I'm killing the dog if it does that stuff.
I'm gonna sell it to the government. They'll get it to talk.
Nah, dude, I'm totally giving the dog to the neighbor, or I'm taking it out in the country, letting off the leash, and be like, I ain't got the time.
What
and
if
the
it
mental
runs
capacity.
back home?
This wouldn't happen if you
Okay.
just didn't
Then
talk.
that's when it dies. It shows back up on the porch.
Exactly, because like, you know, dogs will run away and they'll show back up. It's like it's stormy night, right? Thunder, lightning, everything.
Dog
It's
shows
just,
back up.
you just hear
The dog's
the fuck? Who's knocking on the door? You open the door and it's not standing there on four legs. It's standing upright, hind legs, like, you tried to get rid of me, Curtis.
Oh no! See, it wouldn't even have the time to talk. As soon as if I open the door and it's standing there, me and that dog are now in the rain, in the thunderstorm, and I'm like, one of us is not walking away from that. It's what it is. There we are. It's what it is.
Imagine being your neighbor trying to explain that to police.
I saw my neighbor beating the shit out of his dog, but it looked like the dog was fighting back.
Dude, I went over there to make sure everything was okay, and someone said, "Get off me." I thought it was him, but you know, now that I think about it, it kind of sounded like the dog.
No, or it's gonna be one of those things where it's like you're fighting the dog's on its hind leg, it's punching it, but the neighbor's like looking at like this dog's just like on its four legs going, oh, and as you're like punching it, you're like, I know you talked, you son of a bitch! And it's like the neighbor's like, this guy's got schizophrenia.
For sure. Oh man.
You good, man?
I've got walking pneumonia, and so it's kind of like having pneumonia, but it's not contagious, and it's not.
What the fuck are we doing here?
It's not dangerous to me either. It's pretty much just like fluid that's in your lung, and it comes up when it comes up. I do have like an antibiotic for it. That's just they're like, oh, it's gonna help you cough it up, but other than that, it's just it is what it is.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No, I just brought down a stack, bro. There's more upstairs. There's some with M&M's too when we get down.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So, yeah. So, all right. So, how long have you been playing D&D, or how long? Who started it? Who started the
I
D&D?
think we all just
train?
he bought the the starter kit, and we're like, hey, you guys want to play D&D? Yeah.
Right on.
So yeah, me and him just
Yeah,
started
that's
playing.
right.
It was just me and him, and then like
We need
he came in and rolled a really high charisma, so now I can't even like these guys haven't even battled or been in any danger since he came in.
How long have you guys been playing?
like 6 months maybe.
6 months. We played off and on, but like we can't even play. Like I can't even put these guys in harm risk. I have to put like their other characters in the party that are played by like me or like because he's just got high charisma. He'll literally be like
I'm like Drake. Just go talk to him. Just butter him up.
And it'll be
What
like,
are
go
you?
fight.
What class are you? What race are you? What do you got going?
He's a dwarf, and he drank a potion, so now he's an 8 foot tall, 300-pound dwarf.
No, 300 plus.
300 plus pound dwarf.
You're
play-
Goliath. You're a storm
Yes.
giant. You're stone giant.
Huge. And somehow
No, he's
I
just a
rolled really
dwarf.
high
He's just a
charisma.
massive dwarf.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point,
I was gonna eat
let's-
that piece.
And I didn't roll very high for strength, so my strength was pretty low until I became 8 feet tall, and then of course my strength just went up.
so
He has a plus 11 charisma.
what class are you? Class are you playing?
I'm pretty sure he's a fighter.
Yeah.
Right on.
fighter.
Okay.
I play a bard. I'm an elf. I'm just an elf dude.
Right on.
Battle axe.
And then you're DMing.
I'm just DMing. Yeah.
So
He
how
also
many people are in
plays-
this? How many people are in this campaign?
That's 3.
Oh, right on. Right on.
But I mean, technically he plays other characters.
What NPCs?
NPCs pretty much though. Like they're part of our party, but they don't have their own character sheet or anything like that. Yeah, you got the piece, right?
I
You
got
can eat
2
it.
cookies. You can have
But
another.
it's really fun.
So Brayden, what are you just playing out of the starter kit?
like the story?
No, like your monsters and everything.
No, I
we
buy
had to
them.
buy.
I buy
monsters.
them.
We had to buy monsters.
No, have you ever heard of Collectomania? Or no, not Collectomania.
What do you mean you buy monsters?
Like you can buy figures.
I'm talking about your stats.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you just playing out of the?
No, we just rolled them. We rolled them. We made our own characters.
Talking about the stats for the monsters that you're fighting.
Oh yeah,
No,
no.
we just make it up, bro.
I overpower them.
He gives them so much health. Like what?
I mean,
time
you know
he's-
about this thing, right? You know about all the books and whatnot. The
No, we
monster
don't.
manual.
He
We don't need
gave
it.
he gave a random creature like how much health did he
It
give?
was like
He gave it
1,000 health.
I swear he gave it like 10,000.
Something like that.
I gave one 1,000,000 health one time.
Oh, yeah.
That's not even a what?
That's what I'm saying.
We just like to have fun, bro. We don't even play it right.
No, we do not play it right at all.
You know, there's
No, he was
hang on.
making me mad because like they're going through the dungeon pretty quick. And I'm like, you know what? Here's a monster that like is just 1,000,000 health. Like, kill him already.
That's why you need something that is immune to
Whatever
charm,
ability is.
Oh, charm.
and things like that.
You know
So
what?
I
I'll
just
start doing that.
This character has no emotions at all.
Well, no, because here's the
Brick.
thing: is like, let's say he rolls a nat 20 on charisma, and that's awesome.
I'd
He's
be at
top.
31 plus 11.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like that would be epic, right? You roll a nat 20 on your charisma, everything's good to go. You think it's going good. Maybe you did talk this, but you know, all of a sudden this ancient blue dragon, you know what I mean, comes walking up. Here's the thing about this guy: is his legendary action. He can exceed or succeed on a saving throw
Oh, we don't do those.
whenever he wants to.
We don't do that.
Yeah, no, we.
I'm just saying, like,
You want to be our new DM, Kurt?
Hey, I have a pretty good campaign set up for you guys.
No, different campaign.
hey man,
Oh.
hit him with a gin. You know what I mean? Like,
He just appears behind you.
dude, there's so many, and this is just one book. I've got 4 books with monsters in them, and I mean, this is nothing, man.
Yeah, but no, my starter has some monsters. I just
Okay.
haven't. Should I use them? I feel like I should use them now. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's what they're made for.
Mm-hmm.
But that's on you. The DM guide is very direct when it says everything in all of these books are strictly guidelines. You do what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. No, we should.
No, yeah, we definitely
should-
should.
We
should-
all. This is a group thing.
Hang on.
Hang on. Just us. Just
So he's my uncle.
So he's
Hang
not
on.
invited. He's not invited.
So with this D&D thing, you know, Dean and Dean, we're gonna collab real quick.
Oh,
we're gonna make some stuff. So for those of you who obviously don't know, Brayden is my nephew, and
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So no, I don't think
We
it's
actually-
allegedly.
No, we don't know.
No, we don't know though.
No DNA test has been made.
we know who his mother is, and she's just a long-haired version of me. Let's just get that straight.
You have long hair. It's literally in a Viking braid going down the
Sorry.
back of you.
She's just me with boobs.
I mean,
bigger boobs. You don't get a new cookie. You don't get them cookies.
Actually, we're gonna get you 50 cookies. Eat them all.
But right on. So Braden is my nephew, and I was like 14,
13, 14? Yeah.
Don't look at me, man. I don't know.
I was in between 13 and 15 when you were born. It was somewhere in that. It was somewhere in that timeline. We've been fairly close our whole lives. So, but yeah.
I feel like that's in every conversation though. The guy who like when he's like talking, he's like, right? Like I was having a conversation with Grandpa today, and he's like, yeah, so we're at Tyson's, right? And I'm like, I don't know. Were you? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not.
But you were there, bro.
I'm not the one fact checking you.
Yeah. Grandpa's a funny guy.
Oh, he's goofy.
He's a character.
Right on. I don't know how many people are still in here right now.
They're probably like, they're talking about D&D now. I'm out of here.
Right on. Well, like I said, yeah, 8:40. I'm gonna, unless you guys got something else to say, I'm gonna go ahead and call this. But we are definitely gonna do this again.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, I can get you guys in on my other segments.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
Table Talk, Roadhead, and then I can't wait.
Look at me.
The next time, I'm looking right at you. The next time we do this, weather permitting, hopefully we can do it outside. You guys can do a set afterward.
Oh yeah.
That would be pretty awesome. But
Stern style.
I am going to actually, you know what? To end this, I am going to turn on your guys' 2 songs on Amazon Music so
Fire.
that they can. Hopefully, the audio quality is decent enough.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Final statements though. Follow us on Instagram at Beez Neez Official.
No, only I can stay.
Music is coming out in 5 days. Like I said, album at the end of the year, and we'll have singles in a couple months also. Thank you, Kurt, for having us. Also.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you guys for coming. This has been fun.
And let's thank the cameraman, the guy.
He's
So
been
I'm
holding
pretty
that
sure he's
for
been
just
holding
a
the
second.
camera
His
the whole
hand must
time,
be hurting.
dude. For
He's holding it
scrawny
like
arms,
this. His shoulder is freaked.
Let's thank Ice Spice,
Oh, yes.
like for
for all her failures, for real though, for all her failures, she makes all of us look good.
I don't follow.
Let's thank that one man. Speaking about looking good, thank you to that one manager at the one company I worked at to make me want to quit my job.
Yes, that guy.
Oh yes, I was gonna say scheduling conflicts with rehearsals. I don't have a full-time job. He doesn't have a job.
And I don't have a job anymore, so like.
So yeah, nothing gets in the way.
And my job gets taken by mine.
Anyways, so
Ben
yes,
keeps taking my job.
thank you everyone for listening in though. Curtis hit the
give my boy
music.
Drake money.
Come on, guy, play the music.
Come on, Kurt.
I'm working on it.
Alright, now let's all stare at the camera awkwardly.
Gelatinous monster.
That's dope as fuck.
The tape.
Hey, that boy playing with his toy, crying in his underwear. Is this loneliness treating you well? Do you even care? You're a sucker. Crying in a little sheet. You're a sucker. Hey, have I ever seen? Hey there, boy, what's that noise? Are you whispering me? Is this loneliness treating you well? Do you even do you even care? You're stuck crying in a little Do you even hear me at all? Doesn't understand at all.
Follow us.